Welcome to our JavaScript web course. In this video, I would like to show you one easy way to find errors in your code. I am looking at an HTML document, and inside the script tag, I have 4 document.write statements. I would like to begin by saying it is not a good idea to sit down and write code for 15-20 minutes and then test it. A good programmer writes 1 or 2 lines of code and tests it before writing more code. In that manner, you will find your errors right in the beginning. When JavaScript finds an error, it will stop working, period. Therefore, it is really hard to determine where the error is. By testing as you go, you can find the errors quickly and save yourself a lot of frustration. This does not hold true for HTML and CSS. For those languages, the browser compensates for the errors and you still see the web page. JavaScript does not work that way. To demonstrate how to find an error, I will first create an error. I am going to delete the double quote of our first document.write statement. I would like to point out that when I do that, the editor shows me a few things. I have some wavy red lines, which indicates that there's probably a problem. If I put my cursor over those lines, I will also get a message. Now, you may not understand what the message means, and your editor may not show these messages. When I load this document in the browser, I see a blank page. If you recall, we had 4 document.write statements. I see nothing. This can be rather frustrating. And if you had written 20 or 30 lines of code, you would probably still see nothing, and you would have no idea of where your error is. I am going to use the console to show me exactly where my first error is. If you have multiple errors, you need to repeat this process over and over again because the console typically only shows one error at a time. I will right-click on the browser window and I will go to Inspect. To the right of the inspector, I see the console. And here's my error message. It's telling me that there's a syntax error. Again, you may not understand 100% what this means. However, it does tell you where it is. It tells you it's on line 23. So now we can go back into the code and we can look at line 23, and you can see that indeed the error is being caused because we did not terminate that literal with the ending double quote. Now I will make another error. I will misspell the word document in my third document.write statement. And when I look at the result in my browser, you can see I only have the first 2 document.write statements, beginning with the third one where the error is nothing else is displayed. So here I am in the console, and it tells me that document is not defined. So obviously there's an issue here with this word. Again, it tells me my error is on line 25. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to find where the problem is. Again, the console typically displays one error message at a time. So if I had an error on line 25 and 26, and here we see the red wavy line on line 26, now the console is pointing out the error on line 26. But you can see there's only one error message, and we know we have 2 errors. So now I have fixed line 26. I still have the error on line 25. And now we see we have our line 25 error. So the point is you want to test frequently so you catch your errors early. It's very hard to debug a document that has 10 errors because you have to keep on going back, fixing the error, then testing, fixing the error, then testing.